What is up, guys? HD here. Welcome back to Minecraft, where today we are going to be doing some more building projects. Because you guys seem to really enjoy that in the last episode, because I constructed this lovely little bridge here, which I'm very, very happy with, but we also constructed this lovely windmill here, which I'm also very happy with. It looks awesome in my opinion. I am so pleased with how this turned out. It did take me a long time to build, but you know what? That's just the way these things go sometimes. So I got rid of all the trees over here, and I've done a little bit of terraforming around here. Now, don't worry about this. This was just me testing what level my doorway comes out on, because currently it's like nothing. It looks absolutely atrocious. But this goes all the way over to my pyramid. So, as you can see, I've moved my trusty old beacon. I am going to remove this mountain. I've already de-treed it, so yes, I'm the cause of deforestation in the world of Minecraft, but you know what? That is fine, because we will be planting more trees back when we build our massive park, because that is another project that I want to start. Now, I don't think I've done any more work in here since you last saw. I mean, I've done this stuff, so it's getting there very slowly, but I need to feel in the mood to build all Egyptian-y if I want to actually do my pyramid. So I got a lot of work cut out of me here. I don't know why I didn't take off there, but hey ho. Right, so yes, ignore it. So that's just me working things out and measuring things in my brain, but that is all good. So like I said, I've been doing a little bit of terraforming. Ignore this, I got blown up by a creeper, which is, you know, kind of ironic because it almost looked like a creeper face left in the dirt, but you know what, that's fine. I have been toying around with an idea of building a big pond here, but I want to fill it with tropical fish. But in order to do that, I need to actually acquire some tropical fish, which means I need to go to a tropical fish biome and take a whole shit ton of buckets with me. So that is what I will be doing at some point or another. And I also want to work on building stuff up here, because I've not done any of that yet, and I said I was going to do it a while ago. So I don't know if I'm going to keep the shape of the stuff we've got here. I really don't know what I'm going to do here, but this one's going to be quite a busy one. There's going to be a lot that I want to do, so it might be a while before you're actually seeing this episode, but I'm going to be doing a lot in it. I'm going to be terraforming this entire area over here, building stuff on top of here. I'm probably going to build the rope bridge that I spoke about a few episodes back, going from here to here, so that will be pretty darn cool as well. And if I'm feeling up to it, I will also work on completing my trusty old tree, as well as constructing the new one that I want over there. So yeah, quite a busy episode, probably been quite a while since you've last seen this, but I'm gonna be busy, so oh, we best get to work. Don't mind me, I'm just getting a little bit of dirt. Right, so I am going to be terraforming this into whatever it is we are doing over here. Now, obviously, I'm trying to shape this edge here. I need to replace this with dirt, and I might keep a little bit of the sand here. I'm not really too sure. I don't know yet. I think I'll turn it all to dirt for now, and then I'll shape it off a bit better and then see what it feels like as when we do it. But I need to fill pretty much all of this in, and then once we've done that, I'll carry on curving it round and so on, and then it will pretty much just extend the hill that we've already got over here, which is why I've got bits like this kind of just jutting up and down, and it will go all the way around to the side over there. So it's quite a big terraformation project, and I got a lot of work cut out ahead of me, but I think sorting out all the land between there and the pyramid is going to be rather ideal for what I have in mind. So yeah, I got a lot of work to do. This area here is going to be completely removed. And by removed, I mean terraformed and flattened and smoothened, because that is what my goal of this particular area and start of the video is to do. Completely reshape everything in this area. It's a brand new day, and oh boy have I been busy. We are still nowhere near being complete, but we have done a lot more than we had before. Oh my, this area looks so different. It looks so different than what it did before. You can't even recognize it, can you, pig? Well, you could have answered me. That would have been the polite thing to do. Anyway, I've got a lot of work cut out ahead of me. Like, a lot of work cut out ahead of me. So I should probably get back to work and do some more terraforming in the way that it needs to be done. Okay, so I moved my beacon. I had to because it was no longer providing the reach that I needed in order to dig out this area, but we're making progress. It's taking a very, very long time, but we're making progress. So long, traveling trader. You will not be missed. In fact, let's remove your water so you're almost guaranteed to die. They just fell down like something from a cartoon. That was very amusing. Oh, damn. No, they survived! That was not my intention. Oh, fine. You win this battle. You're not seeing a lot of me placing blocks because that's pretty much all it is. Now, this area here was actually where the old pond was, but it's gone. I got rid of it because, well, I don't need it anymore. So, bye. See you later, pond. It is what it is, I guess. Oh, God, we have done so much. I need to keep taking breaks from one area to another. I see a block over here that I didn't destroy. Oh, there's also a hole here. Why? Huh. I guess we're just gonna have to accept that. I wish that block would have ended up in that gap, but okay, that was a failure. Let's try that again. See, this is the part you don't usually see. Just me going to the nether, collecting quartz to repair my tools, which can take an excruciatingly long time, but it's definitely worth it in the long run. Actually, to save time, rather than just have one of each tool, I'm going to make 3 additional shovels because, well, that just seems like a smart thing to do to me. Plus, if I enchant them, we can have them all be worthwhile. So let's just move them to where I'd like them and then, well, we're good. I actually think trading with villagers is a more efficient way of repairing the tools than it is going to the nether because 1, they're more accessible, and 2, I think you get more XP for it. 2 whole days later and we are done. We are done. I have terraformed the entire area. And oh boy, I am so pleased with how it turned out. There is so much flatness over here. So much flatness. But I have a plan. Don't you worry. I do have a plan for this area. Now, this plan isn't necessarily going to be carried out today, but is it a plan nevertheless? Now, I really like how the land looks. I mean, look at it. I really like it. I know it doesn't look like officially organic, but I'm really pleased with its smoothness. I think for me, personally, it's exactly what I envisioned, and that's always a good thing. So, I am very, very pleased with how this turns out. Oh my god, we have so much space to do so many things now. Oh my god, it's awesome. Alright, this next project's gonna be over before it begins, because I tried my best to get this at an angle, and if you're wondering what this project is, it's my rope bridge, because I've been on about it for a very long time. So, I use this right column that I'm about to walk on now as a form of measurement. Every 5, there is stone bricks, and then every 12, there's coarse dirt, but I've tried my best to get it looking decent at an angle, and I just can't. So, I'm actually going to build it as a straight rope bridge rather than an angled one. I think that will just work out a bit better. And just like that, we have a basic shape. Look at that, folks. We have the start of our rope bridge. It's nowhere near done. I don't know if I'm going to do any more today because it took me a little while to get that shape. Now, if you're wondering why it angles down steeper on the left side than it does on the right side, that's actually back to front, but you know what I'm trying to say. It's because the left side is higher than the right side, which logically makes sense because the curve would end up at a different point. So that's why I've done it like that. I'm really pleased with its overall shape, and it's finally going to connect the areas together. So I need a way to bridge the gap from getting up to the right to the left, if that makes sense. Like, we've done that with the rope bridge, so now I need to actually have some form of maybe staircase that leads up top. I'm not too sure. So I decided to do something similar to what I did with my medieval bridge. Connecting the bridge below the medieval bridge was a cave, so that's exactly what I went ahead and did. I added a cave to the end of this pathway, which makes it feel a bit more complete, but it's not done yet. I tried to get the shape done because I wanted it to look super organic, but I do need to use some more materials because currently it's just stone and a little bit of dirt, and to me, that's just not done. But finally, we have connected the area up here. I've still got some terraforming to do, some shaping to redo, but yeah, we got a lot of work cut out ahead of us. I've connected the rope bridge to the top area finally, which means it all flows into the town very nicely. Now here, I want to build some form of light tower. Now, it's not going to be a lighthouse, but it's going to be a tower that emulates light, which I know is a very similar thing to what I just said. But it's not, I promise you. I just don't know when that's going to be. I think for now, we are going to work on some other things. I do have another idea in mind, so I best we get to that. I don't think my sentencing at the end of that last clip made much sense, but here we are at the beacon placing a whole plethora of books. I'm doing this because, well, with an efficiency 5 axe, we can mine through these books like nobody's business. And these books are for trading because, well, I need those sweet, sweet levels. Right, so this next room, I'm having trouble deciding what to do with because it's been here for a very long time. I'm currently lowering the floor, as you can see the beacons in here, because I do want to do a big project. I just don't know what that project yet is going to be. I'm thinking maybe I could add a biome or two in here just to make it a bit more useful. I don't really know, but I guess we're just gonna have to speculate for a while. Moving on, I've decided to flatten up this area here because there's a couple of structures that I have in mind. I don't really know how many of them I'm gonna build today, but I do need to do a couple of things. Now, as you can see here, I've added a cliff face, but I've not filled it in yet. I do have a couple of ideas for this. It's just gonna be in due time, I guess. There's so many ideas for this world. So I've been trying to decide what exactly I want to build over here aside from that light tower, and I've come up with a couple of ideas. I'm just not really too sure how to make it look because, well, these ideas that I have in mind aren't no easy builds, and they're usually bigger than I originally anticipate, so I guess I'm gonna have to just start building and see where it takes me. Impressively, so far we have a doorway. Absolutely amazing, I know, but it's better than nothing. I kind of like the mixed block palette. I am gonna stick with the grey dark blocks, but I don't know how big to make it. Should I make it 3 wide or should I make it 4? I think 3 is gonna be a bit too narrow. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to make it 4 wide. Alright, and we have the basic shape of the inner building done. Now, the reason I say the inner building is because we need to add stuff on both the inside and outside, so there's going to be a lot of work done to this. I also want to add some water features, because I just feel like that's a decent thing to do. So yeah, I've got some work cut out ahead of me, but I'm curious to see where this ends up going. And a few water features later, and the interior is starting to look a bit more nice. It's not a square, as it once was, which is perfect, because we don't want everything looking super, super square. Many design choices later, I have finally settled on an outside that I am very pleased with. So you wouldn't even recognize the building, would you? It looks completely different. And I'm very, very pleased with how it turned out. I decided to add some foliage to the outside. I thought it looked a little bit basic with its shape. I do like how it looks, but I think that contrast with green and grey makes it look a little bit better. It's not bang in your face, but it's subtle, and I appreciate the look of that. So yeah, I'm pleased. Okay, I'm adding some final texture to a cave that I'm working on. It's the same cave that was purely made out of stone, but this is a different section of that same cave. I wanted to make that waterfall not come from nowhere, and I'm on about the waterfall that is by my crop house. It's more of a water stream, if anything, but I wanted to eventually connect it to a form of aqueduct and have it come from somewhere rather than it just be from nowhere. So yeah, that's what I'm doing, and that's what I'm adding texture to. Yay, time for the fun part of waterlogging all of the slabs and stairs, and woo, fun times! Hey! Did you sense my sarcasm? Because I did. Alright, and a few in-game days later, we are done with the texturing. I am very, very chuffed with how this turned out. We have a whole mixture of blocks, which is lovely. We've got cobble, andesite, gravel, stone. It's all working pretty well. I forgot to light up down here. We've opened up the thing now, but I need to light it up. I think the last thing we're going to be working on in this video is the tree. I think it's finally time to tackle it. I've been postponing it for so long because I just didn't know how to approach it, but I guess today we're going to ignore that. Okay, so first things first, as the sun is setting, I need to actually obtain the color I need, so I used all the bones I had to make bone meal to plant as many flowers as I possibly could, and look at that! There is so much grass here. And I didn't flatten out this area just to do that, don't worry. Alright, and a lot of collecting later, and we have ourselves some red blocks. Look at all that wool. I dyed a bunch of random sheep and used the wool I already had, so we ended up with a lot. It took a couple of in-game days, but we did it, and now... well, now it's time to work on the tree. See, at times it just feels like you're placing blocks randomly, but then you have to take a step back just to look at it to see how it turned out. And I mean, currently it's not there, but the overall idea of it is getting there. So I've got a lot more work to do, but eventually this will be, well, something. It'll be something indeed. We're almost done, guys. It's starting to come together really nicely. It's not quite there. You can see too much of what was previously there, and I need to add a bit of shape to it. So, yeah, I've got a lot of work cut out ahead of me, but overall, I think that's a decent look for the tree, and I'm very glad with the colour that we chose. I think it looks pretty darn awesome if you ask me. So, this is going to be the overall look. It's not done yet, as I stated before, but it's getting there. It is most certainly getting there, and I'm really, really chuffed we decided to tackle it. Alright, and just like that, every project I set out to do today is done. Oh boy, that is no small feat. We have done a lot. We flattened out a gigantic area and terraformed all the land around it. We finally built the rope bridge and added leaves to the custom tree. We also made our completely own cave that looks rather organic in my opinion. And we built some sort of shrine temple thingy that I don't know what's for or what I'm gonna call, but it's there. And I'm really pleased with how it looks. We've done a lot. We've done a lot. We've even dug our base even deeper because of that room and the beacon and stuff. Yeah, we've been busy. We've been very, very busy. And oh boy, it's been absolutely fantastic. I am chuffed with how everything's turned out. I am so curious to see what you guys think. If you want me to do episodes like this in the future, let me know, because we've done a lot of projects in this one, but the gap between this episode and the last episode was probably a lot longer. I don't know when you're seeing this video. Hopefully it's soon after I record this outro, but hopefully it doesn't take too long to edit together because, well, there's hours upon hours of footage for me to go through, which is, well, delightful. Absolutely delightful indeed. Now, I was just going to flatten out the area, like the gigantic area in this episode, but I thought that's not enough to do in one video. It's a big project, but it would just be a bit boring and a bit, I don't know, basic. So I decided to do other projects while we were at it, and when I started one project, I'd move on to another that I didn't even think I was going to be doing, like the cave and so on. Yeah. It's a very busy episode for the length that it is. But you know what? I think for now, I am going to leave that video here. I hope you enjoyed. I had an absolute blast playing this, and I'm curious to see what projects I decide to do in the next one. But for now, like I said, I am going to be leaving that video here. So, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know what you think of the video, and I will see you in the next one.